let them folk walk up on you. See if you kick the goddamn bucket.
That's a whole nother fantasy. I mean, you got the fantasy of being on the beach, and you got the fantasy of getting caught, just period, in public.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? People got fantasies.
Police ain't playing nowadays.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta take a chance every once in a while. You gotta say.
Okay. I don't think you can take that chance.
I'm Laura Starling, and this is Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. What is a radio personality? A person who has an on-air position in radio broadcasting? But they're more than just that. They are influencers, hosts, they are career builders. And meet the radio personalities of Power 104.4 FM, The Takeover. Hey guys.
Hey.
What's up? What's going on?
Good to be here.
Very good to be here.
Great. Well, you know, I always ask this question and it's difficult for me to answer, but here it is. Who is JHoliday?
It's a complicated person. JHoliday is two different people. Jay is a certain person, that's my personal life. Holiday is more of the rest. I kind of try to keep Jay separate from Holiday. A lot of people know Holiday, not too many people know Jay. Jay is more the dad, the family guy.
Right.
So Sheena is a person on her journey trying to live her best life and have fun and try to be successful all at the same time.
All at the same
All
time.
at the same time.
Who's Sandman?
The underdog.
Okay, the underdog.
Yeah, the underdog.
Okay.
So I done came a long way and, overcame a lot of obstacles and barriers to get to where I'm at. So I'm blessed to be where I'm at.
Yeah. Where'd you guys grow up?
I grew up in Long Island, New York.
How about you, Sandman?
Well, I grew up all over the place. So, different states I was born in Oklahoma, moved to Texas, moved back to Oklahoma, moved out here, moved to Baltimore, went to Germany. So I've been all over the place. So I've really...
What were you doing in Germany?
Military. Not myself, but I was a kid over there. So that's why I say grew up all over the place.
What about you, Holiday?
I was born in Savannah, actually, Savannah, Georgia. So I was raised a New Yorker though. So I'm upstate New York. I'm Syracuse.
Syracuse, New York. Nice. So what led you guys to the radio industry?
I always want to be an entrepreneur. So I'm ex hustler. So I've always, even back then when I was doing bad stuff, I've always had a mind state of washing my money. I guess I've seen too many mafia movies, but I've tried different forms of entrepreneur, but always something in retail. I never want to pay for anything wholesale. So I had that mentality. If I get my business license, I can start a business. In the midst of looking for a business, I ran across a marketing company selling internet radio station. So that was my first approach.
That was your first approach into the radio industry?
Right. But I do have some background in production too.
Oh.
So I used to do beats and stuff like that, and engineer.
Nice. Sheena, how'd you get in the radio industry?
It's weird because I always kind of saw myself doing it, and when I met him, I was like, yeah, like I kind of go on Snapchat on Friday nights because I don't really go hang out, and I pretend like I'm a radio host, and I will like tell people what my favorite songs are, and I'll talk to them, and it's kind of like just kind of speaking about it and seeing it. People see what your passion is,
right.
So somebody actually that knew him introduced us, so they kind of connected us, and it just went from there.
Originally, I'm an artist, so for me being with the radio station, it's just a natural fit. How I got here, though, I came up here actually with my wife, and she was doing an interview. We had already met previously, and then we had sat back and I told him I needed to talk to him about some things, and I showed him what I was doing, and I already knew what he was doing, and just came up here and sat down one day, and I never left.
Never left after that. You couldn't get rid of it.
Literally.
Yeah, like he would come and be a guest, and the next thing I know, he's like coming all the time.
So what is the responsibility of a radio personality?
Well, as far as me, I'm just myself. I don't really have a a recipe or something like that.
Right.
It's just natural. Like when I tell all of the guests that call in, just like, you know, we got our Hennessy, we on the block, we on the porch.
Right.
It's just another day in the hood. So that's how I approach it.
Right.
And, you know, I get a lot of feedback from the artists like that because it makes them feel at home, you know, just like, you know, not.
Right. They don't feel like they're on stage.
Right.
They're just hanging out.
Right. That's it. That's the whole. That's
They can be
my
themselves.
Yeah, you can be yourself. That's my approach to it.
Jay?
It's to entertain and to educate.
Right.
Also at the same time, you're a form of media. So media controls the country. So we're just taking it from a hip hop approach.
Right. Exactly.
Entertain people at the same time, educate you on something.
Sheena?
That was actually
That was
well
what
said.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's that kind of responsibility because your voice is being heard by, you don't know, you do know the demographics if you know look at that stuff, but your voice, you don't know who's following you, so you do have a responsibility to educate and entertain, but you want to make sure that you are properly influencing other people and you're using your platform to do that, because I mean if you're just going to be ignorant and just you could lead somebody on the wrong path. So yeah, you want to use that. You want your responsibility is to positively, I think, influence others, yes, and entertain, like Holly said. I mean that was a damn good answer.
So as a female in the industry,
Yes.
do you feel extra pressure for you to be on all the time? I mean, at the top of your game, go above and beyond.
No, I don't put that pressure on myself because it takes the fun out of it. I just wanna have fun, but at the same time, yes, you know, just as a person, period, you got to be on top of your game. I don't think it changes because I'm a female, but yeah, you would have to prove yourself a little bit more. But I don't put that pressure on myself. I just be myself. Because when you put pressure on yourself, then you kind of can't be yourself no more. And I don't want to ever not have to be myself.
Tell me how radio personalities affect the royalties of artists. You know, what they receive from music being played on the radio.
Well, it's not really the personalities. It's more or less the program director.
Okay.
But the way that the royalties work, as an artist, you want to register your music. And it's a Billboard Top 100. It's a system. To each market plays a song. Each radio station is a market. So, you know, you might have a couple different radio stations in Houston. If they're all playing one Drake song, it's tallied each time that certain market is playing Drake's song. And more plays you have, the higher ranking you go on the Billboard charts.
So radio personalities, you guys are influencers, as you know. I said Sheena just touched on that. You're career builders as well, because you got to play the music of these artists. Do you feel that radio personalities get the credit that they deserve for building careers?
No. I'm going to say no. I don't ever hear at award shows, shout out to Charlamagne, shout out to Angie Martinez who put me on.
Right.
You will have some that will say, I remember Angie Martinez interviewed me, or whoever. You get that sometime, but you don't get that a lot. Absolutely not.
What about you, Sandman? You were an artist.
Yeah.
So you were on the other side before becoming a radio personality. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it depends on the relationship that the artist has with that particular host. I think we're here to just, you know, like you say, educate, and entertain, and we provide an opinion based on our point of view.
Right.
You know, and some people might like it, and some people might not. And you know, the things that we give out and we say, we have our certain types of influence. We can, you know, suggest to buyers and listeners of music to go buy a particular record that is hot. You know, it all depends on that. You know.
So
How much credit?
Wait, I got a different answer.
I mean, you got a different answer.
I got a different answer.
How about you,
Okay.
Jay?
All right, this is how I feel. I feel that yes, I feel radio and DJs are influencers to the culture of hip hop.
Right.
And do they get enough credit? No. I think they used to get more credit back in the days. And the reason I think that is because I believe that radio, the traditional radio, is the dying dinosaur. With other social media and all these different platforms to move music, it takes some of the shine off of radio personalities. So they have to start doing other things to be more relevant.
Right.
You know what I mean? Big Tigger blew up. And a lot of these people started off with radio, but now they're actors or they're either artists. So it's just like an artist. You can't just make music. You got to have merch. You have to have tours. I think when in the media aspect, a lot of people start with radio, and then you would like to grow and become something other than just radio. Especially with the culture, the way things are going. A lot of people like to be seen more and heard rather than just heard.
Now, you guys' show is a little bit different. You play a lot of the indie artists that are, you know, trying to get on the scene, and you're giving feedback on those. Why do you guys choose indie artists to give that platform? Why is that important to you guys? Because a lot of times you don't hear indie artists on the radio. You hear artists that have already so-called made it.
Well, that's the main focus. That's one of our slogans is the underground. We are the underground. So we keep you in tune with the underground. That's another important key of internet radio. Internet radio, you're going to hear something that's opposite of terrestrial radio. That's the whole point of coming to internet radio.
Right.
And I believe that a lot of indie artists don't necessarily get that. A lot of them are not commercial. So they don't have that commercial image. So you have to showcase. It's a lot of talent out here. So this is just another platform to show that. I would like to display that. I started off that way, so that's something I continue to do.
So what's the most challenging part of the job of being a radio personality?
I would say you have to be on when you're on the air. And if you're not having a good day or you're just not in the mood, it might just not be your day. Maybe you didn't really. You might be physically there, but maybe you mentally somewhere else.
Right.
And it's no room for that. It's just when you get those headphones and then you go live, you're on. Right. Regardless of what nobody need to know. So that's probably would be the most challenging part. But it's also fun because it gets you out of your mood. So whatever was going on, it no longer matters. So it's an escape as well.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do nothing but laugh at it. I'm gonna make fun of it. Off the rip. I don't care what it is. We're gonna laugh at it.
Right.
That cures everything. So.
It's more, to me, I'm more than just a personality.
Yeah.
So it's simple. The things that they're going through, I know to turn it on and off so easily because I've been doing it for so long.
Right.
So they're like ripping about rookie stuff.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm more the vet.
Right.
You
Exactly.
see what I'm saying? I'm more the veteran.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're making rookie complaints, you know.
He's upset because he got to push buttons.
So how important is social media?
It's huge. It's ridiculous how big it is. And we have to do better at it. I mean, because if we're internet radio, we can be heard anywhere in the world.
Right.
So it's not about getting 900 followers in Charlotte. We need like tons of followers all over the world. If you're not on social media, you don't have a presence. So it's huge. As a personality, it's huge for the station. It's huge for the business.
Right.
As you can see, other radio stations are making their presence. So, I mean, it's huge to let people know because otherwise we wouldn't really exist without social media. Nowadays, if you're not on social media, you don't exist for the most part.
Exactly. Holiday?
I think it's definitely important. I think the younger generation has it unlocked.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter's 10 and she has a YouTube page. You know, they have it unlocked.
Yeah.
I think for the older demographic, it's not as important. I can't keep up with everything. I can't capture every moment that I'm doing something. I don't need to take pictures of my food or anything. So my social media would be something that has to do with media.
Right.
And that's what, you know, I try to keep that flowing.
So what is the recipe, or I'll say the formula for a winning team? Because y'all get along great.
But I think me and Sheena vibe because we're both New Yorkers. So we can sit down and we can talk, and I think that was the vibe because usually I'm more reserved, but for some reason with Sheena, I just let my guard down and we had so many other things that were in common compared to, you know, she's into the type of things that I'm into. You know, there's not a difference before. And I think it's important to have a female around. Sandman came, so now it's a third opinion.
Right.
So it's a third brain that has its own opinion and its own style. So I think the mixture of us three made that gumbo to make us winning. I didn't know we were winning, but at least we're in the game.
Where can fans follow you guys?
Please follow the kid at IG at JHoliday. WHOIZHOLIDAY.
You can follow me on Instagram as well. I am at Shena, SHENA, _ Christina, CHRISTINA.
Yeah, you can hit me on IG as well. I'm at Mr. That's MISTER _ Sandman, the number 2 real REAL.
But thank you so much for spending time with me on Queen City Fame.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Dope.
All right, guys, that's the end of our show. I'm Laura Starling, and this is Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Starling.
And I'm Nayomi Charnelle.
And this is Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen.
And the F in Fame.
Now, let me tell you, I am super excited to be here today. We are at the Nappy Chef. And we're going to talk to the Nappy Chef right now, Rojshawn, Dontae.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you for having us here.
Thank y'all for coming. Yeah.
Now, who is the Nappy Chef?
Well, I'm a young black entrepreneur with a 10th grade education from Georgia, between Columbus and Atlanta, Georgia, and also a celebrity chef.
Celebrity chef.
Yes, ma'am.
So you already had that entrepreneur spirit at the age, what?
5. Like,
Are you serious?
Yeah, like, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to have my own business as a young kid, you know. So I always sold candy, washed cars, shovel, cut grass, whatever, you know, since a youngin'. Yeah.
That's awesome.
When did you realize you had a passion for cooking?
All my life, it was something like I'm into artistic things, you know. All my life, I watched my mom cook, grandma, dad cook on the grill, things like that. So it was always something that I loved to do. It was always my second passion behind music, you know.
So did they let you like dabble in that whenever they were cooking a meal?
Yes, always.
And you said you were a rapper.
Yes.
Okay. So the rapper came before the cooking, or it was at the same time?
Now I became first because I started off as a kid playing drums. Like I was singing in the choir. Like I got my first drum set, like a whole drum set when I was like 4 years old. My Uncle Ronnie gave it to me, and I used to beat on that drum all day. And my mama threw it away because she got tired of me beating on the drum. I also sung in the choir. You know, I sung, and I sung all the way up until maybe 12, 13. I started losing my voice, and
oh wow,
I became a rapper then. You know.
So how did you get into the restaurant industry?
Well, I had little odd jobs, you know, since I was like 17, like, you know, Little Caesars, working at the airport. But as far as like professionally, it's when I met John Macon. He was a world-renowned chef. I met him in LaGrange, Georgia.
Yes.
And I became his apprentice, and I was an apprentice for 8 months. And that's when I really took cooking serious. That's when I really, this is what I want to do.
This is what you want to do. So how did that opportunity come about for you to meet John Macon?
I met him through some friends. I met him. I knew some friends. There was a brother and a sister, and their mom was a chef working up under John Macon. And I stayed with them for a couple of weeks because I was finna go to culinary school in Nashville, Tennessee. And I used to cook for them every single night. You know, they come home, the food would be done, and they used to go to work. She used to go to work bragging to John Macon about how good I could cook. So he thought I was a chef or whatever. So
oh my gosh,
he called me in for an interview and gave me an opportunity.
There, your opportunity. So what type of food do you consider what you cook?
Southern gourmet.
Southern gourmet. So
Yeah.
what makes it Southern gourmet?
It's Southern with a little. It's not soul food, you know. It's different. I got different influences from different cultures, like Caribbean, Asian, you know, Mediterranean, French, and all of those. But I make it into Southern dishes. Like I might take a classic dish like a steak Diane and make it into, you know, my dish. You know, so like my signature dish is jerk chicken mac and cheese, and it's like a French style macaroni mixed with a Caribbean style macaroni and baked into a Southern style bake. You know, so. That's why I call it Southern gourmet.
Well, you know what? Because you said that, that's why I wore my internationally acclaimed shirt, because you are internationally acclaimed and you basically pull from all different parts of the country and create your gourmet dishes. And that's awesome.
Right.
When did you start your restaurant? How long you been here?
I opened the restaurant April 28th.
April 28th of what year?
This year.
This year, 2018.
Well, this is a new restaurant, but I still had the brand. I've been having the brand. It's more, see, everybody just think of the restaurant. It's more than the restaurant. It's the catering, it's the motivational speaking, it's the food truck, the personal chef, all of those things. It's just a location, something else that's added to the Nappy Chef brand.
To the brand. So you started catering first.
Right, yes.
And then from catering, you started catering for celebrities?
Yes.
Now, how did you get that opportunity to even cater with celebrities?
I knew a lot of celebrities when I was a rapper. I had a lot of connections with a lot of promoters, a lot of artists and things like that. And I really just made it happen. Like I spoke into the universe what I wanted to do. You know, like I call myself a celebrity chef from the jump. You know, that's what I knew I wanted to do. And I just started attracting those type of people. And I got opportunities to do it. I did a celebrity basketball game. I cooked for Dr. Scarborough in Georgia. He's one of the richest doctors in Georgia. We went to his house. You know, he got a lake in front of his house. He got a golf course. You know, I cooked for Kurt Cameron. This is all in the beginning, 2014. It just went from there. It's just like one after another.
Has there been any celebrity that has been difficult to please?
None of them. The only one that I say, he wasn't even difficult. His manager was difficult, and it was Jada Kids.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Okay.
like so Jada, he was just like real like jittery, like, oh, it gotta be this, it gotta be this, he like it like this. I was like, bruh, like I got it, you know. But as far as the artists, as far as the celebrities, like I can't name a person that was really difficult with me, you know.
Okay. So, and what are the top 3 items that customers must order when they visit?
The jerk mat, the Henny Honey Hot Wings, and the Philly cheesesteak burger.
And why? Why are those the top 3?
But the Henny Honey Hot been my top seller for like 2 years.
That's what I need to know.
Yeah,
So is this
so-
with Hennessy?
Yes, it's Henny. It's just what it say, Henny Honey Hot. Yeah.
Goodness. That's interesting.
And the Philly cheesesteak burger, because I'm the only person in the city with that. And you know, a Philly cheesesteak sandwich is very popular.
Yes.
I didn't want to do that because you can get that from anywhere.
Right.
When I make my items, I try to make items where you can only get them from me. Even though it's a burger or it's a taco, you can't go nowhere and get the tacos I got, the burgers I got, the wings I got. So that's how I make my menu.
So you just put your own twist
Right.
to traditional items.
Right, basically.
So what are you going to bless us with today?
Probably the Henny wings, the Henny Honey Hot Wings, and
For
yeah.
alcohol and food. versus
Yeah.
drink.
Well, let's do it.
Yes, let's go.
Now, those Henny Honey Hot Wings, do you like soak them in Hennessy first?
No, I don't soak them. I marinate my wings. I just make my sauces.
Oh,
So the Henny
okay.
Honey Hot Sauce is a sauce that go on top of the wings.
Oh, awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
right. And the reggae shrimp taco is basically the fried. It's reggae shrimp. It's fried shrimp. And it got coleslaw, got jalapeno chilies, and it got cheddar cheese, and it got a sriracha aioli on there.
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, she got the shrimp right now. She dropping the shrimp from me. She putting it in the breader. She gonna braid the shrimp. I'm gonna put some taco shells on the flat top and get it hot. And then I'm gonna show y'all how I make the taco. I'm making a reggae shrimp taco and a Henny Honey Hot Wings. Blue cheeseburger up. All right, so what I'm doing, I'm toasting my taco shells to get a little crisp, a little flavor on there, and I'm gonna plate the shrimp tacos for you.
So is everything made fresh to order?
Everything fresh to order, yes.
Fresh to order, awesome.
Every day we got the Angus, we do black Angus beef, the wings we fry from scratch, nothing, we do everything in my own recipes.
Awesome. And it's dine in or take out.
So you put your coleslaw down, then you put your shrimp down, and then we got our jalapeno chilies, tomato diced jalapenos. Put that on top of the shrimp. And then we add our fine shredded cheddar.
Yum.
And then we add our sriracha aioli right here.
Woo. Oh my gosh, we finally got our Henny wings and we got, oh my God, the tacos.
Shrimp tacos.
Shrimp tacos. So I'm gonna take a bite of it right now.
I'm going to take a bite of this.
So good.
So good.
You have got to come to the Nappy Chef. Their food is absolutely awesome.
Amazing. So can you name some of the celebrities that you cook for?
Yes, Floyd Mayweather, Lil Kim.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather.
That's my favorite one I cook
Oh.
for. 'Cause he the richest athlete. Connor Ely, he played for the New York Jets. It's so many, man. Young Buck came here like when I first opened, like 2 weeks after I opened. A lot of the NFL players, some of the Dog Pound, Safari. Inspiration to see somebody like me that's what's a statistic, you know, with dreads and tats on my face and been in jail numerous times and kind of like changed my life and went against all the stereotypes. and made my dream come true. So I want you to experience all of that. I want you to come in here and be like, wow, he can do it, I can do it.
That's right. What is your biggest message that you give people in most of your engagements?
Well, what I experience from most people in life is people try to put they try to bring everybody with them, and they try to put their dreams and their aspirations and things on hold for a loved one, for a husband, for a girlfriend, for a child, or for whoever. My message is, you have to love you more than you love anything. You know what I'm saying? Because even with your child, you gotta love your child, but if you're not be able to provide for yourself, you can't provide for your child.
So how can fans follow you through social media?
You can follow me on Nappy Ship Everything. That's my business page. If you want to just follow and want to know what I'm doing when it comes to business, follow Nappy Ship Everything. If you want to be nosy like 95% of the world, follow Nappy Ship YBE. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Thank you so much for letting us come here. It has been a joy and a pleasure because you keep it real. And that's what we need. And I know that as you're going out speaking to different groups, that somebody's going to gain something from your journey, and then it'll give them a direction that they can go in as well.
Right.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us at this show, The Nappy Chef. I'm Laura Starling.
And I'm Nayomi Charnelle.
And this is Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen.
And the F in Fame.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Starling, and this is Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. And I have a beautiful artist here today, and I want you to meet her. And her name is Arsena Schroeder.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, you look beautiful.
You too.
Thank you. All these bright colors, I love it. Who is Arsena Schroeder?
Okay. Well, I'm a singer-songwriter. I am an independent recording artist. I wear a lot of hats. I own a company called Dear Soul Music Company, and we provide resources for independent artists, live shows, workshops, music lessons. I'm a wife.
Okay.
A daughter, a sister, a lot of things. So.
Oh, wow. So where'd you grow up?
I actually grew up in Charlit. I've been here since I was 5 years old.
You are probably the only person.
It's rare.
It's rare to find.
You guys have been coming in and taking over our space, but yeah.
Yeah, so you are a singer-songwriter or just a singer?
Singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter. So you're a musician. You play the piano.
And guitar, yeah.
And guitar. So when did you start playing?
I actually, in my opinion, I feel like I got a later start than most people. Like I meet a lot of musicians and they're like, I started at 4 or 5. I started just a few months before my 19th birthday.
Okay.
And at that time, I guess it never crossed my mind that I could make music. I've always been a fan of music, always been a music enthusiast, but at that point, I just had a lot of melodies and lyrics come into my head, so I went on guitarcenter.com. Ordered me a guitar,
okay,
shipped it to the house, and I just started learning, and that really just kind of helped me and propelled me in my songwriting.
So you automatically knew you wanted to be a singer?
No, I didn't know growing up. I had no idea. My freshman year of college, one of my classmates was doing like a mixtape, and he asked me, he said, can you sing on the chorus and do a song with me? And I'm like, I don't think I sing. And he's like, you sing. So I did it, and I just fell in love with the whole creative process, from writing to recording. I mean, mind you, we were recording into like a laptop.
Right.
But just that aspect, and then getting it out to people, and just seeing people like being able to connect with that content. Right. I just really enjoyed that process. So it kind of just sparked something in me, and then I wanted to keep going.
So did you grow up in a musical family?
Not really. My mom There was a point in high school where she led worship for like our praise team, but for the most part, no one in my family that raised me was musical. My biological father is musical. He didn't raise me. We have a good relationship now, so we share that in common, but no.
So what does he think about you singing?
I think he likes it. I think we were actually talking about it today. He said I have my own sound, and he told me to keep going, keep working at it. So I think he's proud,
So what type of music did you grow up listening to?
In our household, my mom listened to a lot of gospel and a lot of jazz, like instrumental, just jazz.
So what did you start off singing? Because you're a little bit of pop, and then you do inspirational as well. So what did you start off singing?
So it's been a journey, like finding my own sound, because I felt like as soon as I got started, I felt like if you are a black girl that plays guitar, you are neo soul.
That's right.
And I remember feeling like I don't feel like that's exactly my genre, and I don't like feeling like I'm placed in that box. I like so many different types of music. And I was at the time inspired by like Lauryn Hill's Unplugged album.
Yes.
I love the simplicity. I love the storytelling element. And so at that time, what I had access to, I liked Lauryn Hill, India Arie.
Oh my gosh.
Like
I
neo
love-
soul.
Yes, exactly.
But my sound has evolved over time, and I've just given myself liberty to not feel like just because you are black, you have to do a black sound always. Granted, those are my roots, and I love soul and I love R&B, but I love rock and I love country, and I love a lot of things. So my music is kind of like a hybrid of all of those.
It's a hybrid of all of those things.
Yeah.
So if you had to choose, and I'll give you 2 artists that you would like to open up for, who would they be?
Only 2.
This is your opportunity to let them know who they are.
Oh man, only 2. I would love to open up for, I would say Corinne Bailey Rae, or maybe Janelle Monáe.
Do you mind singing a little something for us?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Lately, I have been pulled in many directions, doing what you want me to, and finding no time to read between the lines and do the things I love to. But I can't be all you want me to be and still reach my destiny. So I'm saying no, at least today, I've gotta do me, yeah. I've got so many plans, got so many plans, got so many plans to do nothing. I've got so many plans, got so many plans, got so many plans.
You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I almost got a tear in my eye, but I didn't want to make some makeup up.
Don't do it.
So what do we have to look forward to this year?
So I'm releasing my sophomore album this
Okay.
year, which is really exciting. It's been a very long journey coming to it. So when I started music full time in 2012, I started on a 4-song EP then, and after that I did my first full-length album.
So what's a
And-
full-length album? That's a good, yeah.
Yeah, question.
Is that
That's a good
6?
question.
Is that 6, 8,
You know,
10?
the term is like evolving right now because
Okay.
people's attention spans are evolving right now. So typically 12 songs is a full length project.
Okay.
And my first project had 12 songs. My next one coming up, I'm considering it full length, but it has 10.
Okay.
But a lot of artists, like mainstream artists right now, are doing 7-song projects. And for the Grammys, you need at least 5 songs for it to be considered for a nomination in the album category.
Exactly.
But anything shorter than that is typically called an EP. So I've had I've done 3 EPs, and this will be my second full-length album.
So did you write all the songs from your EP? So do you ever write with other writers?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. So my last 2 EPs I actually co-wrote. So it was my first opportunity. I felt like I wanted to, with my first project, figure out who I am as a songwriter, figure out my strengths, and figure out my identity. And then I partnered up with a girl, she's really dope, Tara Jackson, for my Anchor Down Below EP. And we co-wrote on that, loved it so much, and we co-wrote on my next EP, the Quest EP.
That's awesome. Can you tell fans where they can follow you?
Yeah. You can follow me on my website. It's www.arsenamusic.com. Arsena Music on Instagram, Arsena Music on Twitter, and YouTube is Arsena Schroeder.
Thank you so much for joining me today. And you have a wonderful voice. I'm looking forward to what's happening with you the rest of the year, and your new album that's coming out.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely. Hey guys, follow Arsena Schroeder. You can find her on all the social media outlets. This is the end of our show. I'm Laura Starling, and this is Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. See you next time.
Plans to be alone and plans to turn off my phone and maybe write a song or 2. Maybe hit the gym. I'm gonna search within, do anything but trying to please you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, hold up, let him hold up, gotta slow up, pull up, let me kick back with a drink. Goes up when I roll up, man, you know what, I got 100 problems, not one me to bang.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl Nayomi Charnelle, and I am the diva with the T, and that's TEE, True Entertaining Empowerment. Here for Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. You are tuned into the underground with my special guest today, Truth. How are you, Truth?
I'm doing good. Trying to stay out of the rain right now. It's kind of pouring, but Charlotte is a beautiful city, and thank you for having me here, for real.
One thing I was wondering about, because when I saw your Instagram and the spelling of your name includes numbers.
Sevens, yeah, the sevens.
7. Now, I've heard 7 was the number of completion. So can you let us know what were you thinking when you spelled out your name that way?
So basically something I'm doing musically and creatively is I'm creating a comic series throughout my music. So my character Truth alone, 7RU7H, is actually going to be the main character in the projects. So with that being said, in the comic books, with a hero, there's always villains. And what I like to interpret as my villains, and because my name is the Truth, the 7 deadly sins are kind of what I look to expose through my music.
Wow.
So with the 7s, it kind of gives you, like you said, the number of completion. But basically, it's like, it gives you that feel for the truth battling those deadly sins and like exposing the fake, or trying to shed a positive light on music and whatever the listener's reality is.
So tell us about your latest project, Arcade.
So Arcade is it's very conceptual. So there's actually a live skit in the album. So you'll hear three different times you'll hear the father talking to the son, or the son talking to the father. And I won't break too many details because I want people to listen to it, but it's basically set in the future. Whatever future you want to make it, you can make it, because I left it up to the listener how far ahead. This project was special to me because I really got to be as creative as I could with it. So when you listen to it, I think you'll really feel that, because there's a common theme throughout the album.
Can you tell us about where you'll be performing?
Yeah, I'll actually be performing at, I think it's the Candy Bar here in Charlotte. I think I'm going to be there tomorrow. And then T Grizzly, I'm actually opening up for him in Fresno, California. And
congratulations.
Yeah, I know, that was out of nowhere too. My manager looked at me in the car when we were on our way to Chicago last week and was like, "You're opening up for T Grizzly." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes, let's go. Like, I don't even want to be here. I want to go. Let's go do this." But it's like I got T Grizzly, Neff the Pharaoh, Lil Debbie, and then I got a Livewire Music Festival. I'm in the works actually with opening up for E40 and Tech 9, which are two of the curators of my type of rap, which meeting them would be like meeting, like major mentors for me, you know.
So how can people get in touch with you, follow you, give us all your social media handles and where they can get your music?
So on Twitter, Instagram, you're going to find me at 7RU7H. Same thing on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all the major music platforms, 7RU7H. And on Facebook, you can find me at Truth Music 304. So hopefully y'all go check that out and give me some feedback because it means everything to me, for real. It means a lot.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it first here. Mr. Truth, thank you so much for joining me on The Underground.
Thank you for having me.
And I think you're an amazing talent, and I can't wait to hear more from you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning into The Underground with your girl Nayomi Charnelle and Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. Have a good one. Bye. What's up, everybody? This is your girl Nayomi Charnelle, and I am the diva with the T, and that's TEE, True Entertaining Empowerment. Here for Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame, repping for the Underground. And I have the handsome, talented Millio, who stopped by the Underground to bless us with his presence. How you doing, Millio?
I'm good, love. How are you?
Doing absolutely wonderful. How did you get started in singing?
It actually all started in church, probably like any R&B singer. My parents didn't let me put down the mic once they knew I could sing. My dad's a musician, my mom's a singer, so just, it's all family oriented.
So did they wake you up out your sleep to tell you to come perform?
When I could get sleep,
Oh.
yeah, but they did. My dad has been probably one of the biggest influentials in my life. I used to get nervous a lot when I was, growing up as a kid, and I think I was doing it because my parents wanted me to do it. And then it took me to middle school to actually realize that you actually do like doing it.
Okay. So you're passionate about your singing?
I'm very passionate.
Okay, well, I'm going to make you sing your song right now. I want you to sing a couple of bars or something. Okay, I'm going to leave it up to you what you want to sing.
Little mama, how you doing? I got something for you. I want to make sweet love. Let me climb on you.
That was amazing, by the way. You have, oh my goodness, you have a golden voice. I absolutely love your voice. So tell us what you are working on, what you have coming up next.
I do have a new EP that is finally finished.
Yes.
Finally finished. My single is called The Real One. I'll be shooting a video in just a couple weeks. Hopefully the EP will be released end of September. Don't want to put a date on it yet, but it's done. So.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So let everybody know how they can follow you.
You can definitely follow me on Instagram at Millireigns, MILLIREIGNS, or at Facebook at Millio Music. That's music with 2 I's. Or you can get me on Twitter at Millie Ray, MILLI_REA.
All right, y'all. So y'all heard it here first in the Underground. Mr. Millio came by and blessed me with his presence. So this is your girl Nayomi Charnelle signing off for the Underground and Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. Bye. What's up, everybody? This is your girl Nayomi Charnelle, and I am the diva with the T, and that's TEE, True Entertaining Empowerment. Here on the Underground, repping for Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. I have a super dope rapper here with me today.
Right.
He goes by the name of Legend Status.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for stopping by the Underground.
Oh, of course.
What's going on with you?
Man, just out here grinding. You know how I do, man. I just dropped an EP. It was actually in May. And it's doing very well right now. I Am Legend 2. Like I said, it's available on all streaming sites. So whatever you got, Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, you can definitely check it out. But it's been keeping me busy, man. I can't lie. I've been doing a couple shows a week out, Greensboro, Durham, just Charlotte, just everywhere, man. So I can't complain.
Well, just tell us how you got interested in music.
Oh yeah, for sure. Originally from DC, but I've been in Charlotte for about 15 years. I first started rapping because of my brother. My older brother was a rapper, and then one summer, I took a trip, like we was over my grandmother's house for the whole summer, and he was doing shows. And then I just, was kind of infatuated with the whole writing and him, practicing and performing and getting ready. And then I just said, I think this might be for me.
You can duck if I try to swing. Guarantee I never miss. And you something like a. But I see you got a cape on. You be trying to save. But I keep her just to stay warm. Ice cold, but my bar's hot. And I just left the car lot.
What is your take on the music or let's say the hip hop artists around Charlotte? Like, how do you feel about them?
Yeah, Charlotte is very diverse when it comes to music. Now, of course, you have, like the artists who are on, some similar to like the mainstream stuff, but it's a lot of underground hip hop in Charlotte as well. You may have to go look for it, but when you find it, you'll be very impressed, man. So Charlotte is very diverse when it comes to rap music, man. So that's a good thing. It's a real good thing.
Right. So is there anyone, and I'm not just going to leave it to like the Charlotte area, but anyone in particular that's here or not here that you would like to work with?
Yeah, I got a couple people that I run into frequently when I'm out doing shows. My homie Rails, these are all Charlotte people. My homie Rails I see frequently. Definitely gonna link up. Homeboy D-Dre and Young Blazer too. He be out here doing his thing. But other than that, I've done linked up. I got my crew, the Alliance, and then I work with several other artists around the city.
All right, wonderful. So I Am Legend 2.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Man, listen, it's definitely my best work to date. Shout out to my homegirl, Master Keys. She actually produced 5 out of the 8 songs on the project. She's a dope producer out of Charlotte. But I ended up taking on 5 of the beats I already had and replacing it with 5 of the beats she sent me. So that's how dope she is, man.
Okay.
So whenever you get a chance and you listen, she did majority of the production on there. So shout out to her.
And let us know your social media handles.
Yeah, Instagram and Twitter and SoundCloud is LS Music 187. And Facebook is Legend Status 187.
All right, y'all. So this is your girl, Nayomi Charnelle, signing off for the Underground with the one and only Legend Status. Yeah. We just did the daggone thing, all right? See y'all next time on the Underground, Queen City Fame. Bye.
Bye.
What's up? It's your boy Jay the God with Let's Find Out, and we are back in Uptown. What a glorious city. Oh, truly feeling royal right now. And that's maybe a little bit of foreshadowing, but I won't give away all the nuggets. But anywho, I'm meeting up JT later for a Charlotte's Knights game, and even though Eaton 420 hooked us up with some dope gear, I need something for the city. I need to rep my colors. I need to shine. I need the tones right. So I had to come back to the House of Lamont. You might remember him from our first season. We had to do it again. Collaboration over competition. We're gonna find it. It's hot.
Hey everybody, it's JT from Let's Find Out. Listen, I'm late. I know Jaylen already been here. House of Lamont again. I need some gear. I gotta meet him. I got about 15 minutes to meet the guy. Let me go see if I can find some Charlotte clothes.
Oh my goodness. Yes, sir.
Go on, family. It's a beautiful day at the House of Lamont. I see you.
How you doing?
Well, I like them shades, but I'm like the Wayne where you flip up.
I thought I was going for the John Lennon.
Okay, those are dope. Boy, I'm gonna have to get those.
I'm gonna have to get those.
Well, we can switch. Even swap.
Look at that shirt.
I'm on the machine.
This is what you doing to represent the city, bro.
Yes, sir. It's lit.
We are the brand Charlotte. Again, I'm Mr. Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? And we came up with a little twist of wordplay for representing the city. You want to represent Charlotte, right?
Absolutely. Do you have something that for me, like a dark tone, maybe something that
you said it's a
Panther?
Yeah. Got you. Carolina Panther Blue. Want to try that on?
Yes. I'm ready to get it right now.
What's good?
Yo.
Man, your man was just here, man. A few minutes
Look,
ago.
I was trying to catch him. I done ran.
I know I closed at 6 o'clock, but you know I would have let you in.
I appreciate you.
Let me show you, take you right here with my boy Jay. Awesome. This is man that just said, you know what I'm saying? Wanted to get some Charlotte.
God, I'm feeling that shirt, my guy.
This is so comfortable.
That's you right there.
It is. The dark tones, the Carolina blue. This is not just any blue, ladies and gentlemen. This is Carolina blue. I need something for my mans too. Like
well, we got a few things. Like we got the red and white. The red and white joint right here. Man said that you probably like this red joint. He's trying to get him to buy it for you, but I don't know.
It's lit.
Yeah, that thing lit, bro.
And he's got the sleeve on it.
Yeah, it's Charlit, man.
Charlit.
You know, it's just a wordplay.
And you know what? You know why this is so cool? I've been born and raised my whole life in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Everybody from Charlotte says Charlotte.
Charlit.
It's not Charlotte. It's Charlotte. Charlotte. It's Charlit. Yo.
And we lit.
So JT God said I love the shirt.
Yes, sir. He said he looked at it immediately.
He knows me well. Because I got the red shirt on today.
Want to try it on, bro?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Put the light on it.
Awesome.
Get lit.
I never get clothes off the man.
Man, let me show you.
Okay.
If we got a lady,
yes.
we got leggings for the ladies, joggers for the males. Wow. We do hats, baby tees. I don't know how many kids you got, but we got baby tees.
Okay.
We do dresses, tank tops. We got coming out with jackets. The whole track suit is 2 different designs.
Yeah.
One is the Charlit, because we hot, and then we got our 704 logo, which also has the letters CLT, the travel destination, the crown for the queens, and then the new version of Charlotte.
Lit.
Yes, sir.
Let me hit him with
See you later. All right, man.
Lit.
I like it. This stuff is lit. And it's got the little flame because, I'm JT and I keep the flame in here. I know Lamont keeps exclusive content in the store. How did you, with Charlotte clothing, get inside the house of Lamont?
Collaboration over competition.
My guy.
The key word, collaborating over competition, man. I met Lamont 3 years ago when I started the brand. And he took a liking to my brand. I took a liking to his. 2 years later, I came back. Just walking past the house of Lamont, I just stopped in because I'm like, man, that name sounds familiar. As soon as I walked in, it was love. Ended up doing a pop-up shop, and since then, we've been putting my clothes on the rack.
You gotta tell them what is the Instagram.
The Instagram is the brand Charlotte Apparel at Mr. Charlit. That's Charlit, L-I-T, the way we spell it.
Such is life. Whichcraft. Rhinoceros, hypothesis, preposterous proportions of all my love and dedication. Music that is monstrous, music of the montresses. Mind boggle, we monsters. Panic kick down the levee so they can build new homes. I'm up in the Astrodome with the book of my poem. World change, they wanna bury chips right up in my shoulder bones. I am Krypton, Kryptonite to you, Superman elite with a fix on. Fixated in watching us not be strong. My rhymes are like alchemy, from the floor to the balcony. Words shape shift in different forms in this galaxy. Kemet, they wrote about me back then. Tend to remember it. Remove the human part of me so the divine can work till it's spent. These creatures with blades cutting my neurotransmitter lines, all in my brains, making sure my frequencies won't try to reach the higher plane. Mindfulness, enlightenment, place in heaven, entitlement. Romper room, I'm writing it, full of life and liking it.
Yo, man. Shit, I was told, don't get caught up in particulars. See the finish line and stick. Niggas fiction, false movements, that's fact foolish. Simple minds with simple thoughts get caught up clueless. I grind and stay loyal, conscious thoughts of my vocals. Family first, the motto inspired by my wife's strength. We know the ledge without knowing the length. Open our third eyes to reflect and teach these kids. Live with light, despite rough terrain. John McClane. Train to get busy, the movement. No buts, man, you iffy. Lace them up and get inspired before your time up. I'm RTG. Shout out to my team. If I ain't see you in a while, part self-taking care seeds, and that's one to grow on. I see you on the flip. Dirt dig with a grip, you get some forward.
Over the nothing in my never-ending story, fighting lions, tigers, and Teddy Ruxpins. The buck spin shells into pins and nails. Enter the deathfall covered in my Winterfell. You're welcome to bask in the winds of hell, while in the senses where my true self dwells. Corpses become strange food after the acapels, and what remains after your defeat is the aqua tails. Similar to the results of contact, the skin is cyanide. My third eye be the artifact, edified peroxide nationwide. Strict the coordinates when unleashing my sword swing ordnance. Targets inside distinguished coordinates, fulfilling the force of it. Don't ruin the balance, it's the difference between skill and talent. Your people's are styling, mine's are starving, that's the reason there's balance. I'd give you the touche, but I didn't want to lunge yet. Plus I'm still doing the knowledge and the butt ain't hit my lungs yet. It's cytoplasmic, when the beat's traumatic, it's the craft, so put some respect on it, automatic classic. Yeah.
I'm breathing in cold air, soaking in passion from Voltaire. The soul air of an empire in ruins. Commune with the druids to replenish my fluids. 90% ink, 10% blood flows through me. No human being can rule me, free form for the norm. My most conform uniform, I inspire rebellion. Cuneiform, etched in granite, a reptilian agenda. Hellion Lemurians and Machiavellian aliens. Arcade visionaries with viewpoints but outdated. A double-edged sword with sides rusty, once serrated. Mind state elevated, and one with the enlightenment. Governed by universal nature, found divided in spite of it. Prayers from Aleppo, hope locked in escrow. Jim Crow laws in favor of Earl, Bubba, and Jethro. While death row color schemes remained unbalanced. My words can never be silenced. Who's up for the challenge? Come on.
I was inspired. Then I was inspired. You're living in a. You're living in a. You're living in a.
Queen City fame serving up at the Mound. Make hits like the Panthers, pound after pound. Keep that southern energy, there's more to go around. Jay the God in the biz, and I'm coming for the crown.
They know my name in the Queen City.